Hello, everyone. I'll give to see if we have anyone joining us. Say hello in the chat if you are here, so I know that you're here. I'm just going to pull up the picture of the of the July mood board challenge, which is what I'm going to be working on today. Okay, I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes to see if anyone joins us. Maybe I will copy the link and share it over in the Facebook group. Oh man, technology is running a little slow on me today. Let's see. All right, it's taking longer than I anticipated. Let me get to the group. So I'm going to talk while I share. So this is the mood board for July. You can see it's very patriotic, barbecue, watermelon slices, fireworks, all the good 4th of July things. And the inspiration that I am taking from this is the star bunting that you can see. Oh, goodness. There we go. Just trying to share this link in the Facebook group. Okay. All right, let me just post this. And then, so I like this star bunting that's in here. So I'm not doing a patriotic layout, but I am going to be doing star bunting on my page. So I will just bring this up closer to see. This is the part of the mood board that I'm talking about. So that's what I'm going to be doing on my layout today. I am going to post the link to the My Little Scrapbook Store Scrapbooking Layouts and More Facebook group where you can see this challenge if you're not already a member of the group. You can follow that link once this video is uploaded. You'll be able to follow that link to the group, join the group, and then go into the albums of the group, and there you'll see all of the monthly challenges. So you can do the current challenge and enter a layout for a chance to win credit to the My Little Scrapbook Store shop, or you can go back through some of the older challenges just if you're looking for some inspiration. But there's usually one scrapbooking challenge and then a card sketch every month in that group. So the supplies I'm playing with today are from the Photo Play Later Gator Happy Scrappy Bag. So in the Happy Scrappy Bag, you get the cardstock ephemera that has 26 pieces. And this was just in the sale on Wednesday night, yeah, in the Wednesday night sale. I'm not sure if there's any more left in the shop, but if there are, you want to check it out. This is a really cute collection to scrapbook little kids. So let's go through the collection. So Photoplay always has 2 copies of each paper. So you have this checkerboard and a cut apart sheet. Here we have some gators on scooters and bikes and all that good stuff. And then we have alligator skin, scooters, skateboards, tricycles with a bubble paper, but it also kind of looks like clouds. A nice plaid with a dark rust, almost like a graph paper on the back. Here's a stripe with gaming controllers in the colors of the collection. Here's a star paper. And on the back of that is a diagonal yellow and white stripe. It also comes with the sticker sheet. So you have a lot of nice stickers. These are matte cardstock stickers, so they don't really have a shine to them, which is nice. And then also in the Happy Scrappy bag, you get the My Colors Variety cardstock pack. And you can see in the corner here, it says Later Gator, so that way you know that this coordinates with Later Gator. And what you get in this is you get 2 pieces of blue classic cardstock, which is nice and smooth. 2 pieces of lime pop canvas cardstock, which has a texture. Let me bring it up to the screen. You can see that linen-y kind of texture there. 2 pieces of Dutch blue in the classic smooth cardstock. And then 2 pieces of the sweet potato canvas cardstock, which is the one that has the texture, the linen-y, canvasy kind of texture. So there's my supplies. This is my photo. I'm going to be scrapbooking a picture of my son when he was a baby. And he is was just starting to eat solids, and he's got all some sort of either green bean or broccoli or spinach or something all over his face here. So I just thought that was a cute picture. And then I have some of this Studio Light hemp rope that I purchased from my little scrapbook store. And I'm going to use this to create the star bunting. So before I get into making the layout, I'm going to make the bunting first. So let me get started. And what I did was I pulled out, I have 2 star punches. So I have a big and a little. And let's see where we go from there. I think I'm going to use the coordinating cardstock. So I'm just going to grab 1 piece of each color. So I have a good variety of colors. And then I'm also going to use some of the patterns. So I'm going to put some of this cardstock away. Put the stickers to the side for now. And I just want to see what ones might be good to punch out with such a small shape. So I think these might look good. And then definitely think I'm going to use this stripe, as well as, let's see what's on the back of this stripe. Oh, that's the video game controllers. And let me do maybe some of this rust color. Okay, so I think that should be enough for now. I'm going to grab a piece of white cardstock. That's going to be my background. So let me just grab a slice of the white cardstock. That's going to be my background, so that way I can build up my bunting. And I'm just going to do this here because I just want to be able to lay out my stars and see, you know, how many will fit across and how many I'll need for all of the different steps. So let's start punching. I am going to start off by punching 1 of each of these colors with my star punch. These are kind of old. You can see there's like that old, like this old shape. They're not like the more compact ones. So all right, so let's see how far across the page 4 stars gets us. So it gets us pretty far across the page because I do want some spacing in between the stars. So let's just keep going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the smaller star punch on the pattern paper to decorate the inside of the stars. There's that. Let's do another dark blue. And then we'll have it, another one going this way maybe. Let's see. And we'll put orange on. And then I want this like this. Let's do another green. And then what comes after green is going to be this blue, and I'm just going to have just a tiny bit of this blue kind of popping off the edge. There. And then let's see, maybe another one that goes like here. Yeah, I think that will work. So let's see, we'll go like that. Let's use an orange. Dark blue. We'll add in a green. And a light blue. Now I'm wondering if I should maybe move this up a little bit. Let's try moving this up a little bit here. All right, that gives me a little bit more wiggle room down here at the bottom. So we have green, blue, we need orange. Dark blue. And I think that's good. All right, so I'm going to move these cardstocks off the table for now. And let's start using some of my pattern papers to add on top of this with smaller stars. So I'm going to use this rust colored paper first. I'm going to put rust on top of the dark blue. So I need 3 more of these. And while I have this out, so the back of this is this plaid. And I actually think the plaid might be really cute on the lime green. So while I'm using this paper, I'm just going to cut from both sides. And looks like I need 4 of the greens, 4 to cover up the green stars. So I'm going to cut 4 more from this sheet of paper. All right, and let's use the plaid side of that on the green stars. So if you're in the chat and you don't mind just saying hello, so I know you're here, that will be awesome. I know lunchtime is a weird time of day. I don't really get too many people on here. Okay. There's the plaid. All right, so we have the light blue and the orange left. So I think for the orange, I'm going to do this green. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orange stars. So let me cut out 5 of these green. And last is the light blue. I think for the light blue, I might do this striped paper. Let's see how that looks. Yep, that looks cute on there. So let's do the striped paper. All right, I think I have enough little stars now. And I can start attaching them. All right, great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach all of the little stars to the middle of the big stars. I'm just going to bring them a little bit closer to me so that way I can actually make sure that I am positioning them pretty centrally on the star, as centrally as I can get. I love layouts that have a repeating pattern like this. I always think that it's a fun design element to have a repeating pattern on your pages. And you could do this with any shape. You could do this with hearts. You could make bunting with circles, half circles, punch a circle out and score it down the center and then fold it in half over your ribbon or string or twine or whatever it is that you're using. For mine, I'm just using the hemp cord and I am going to then use good old Scotch tape to attach my stars to the hemp cord. And then I'm going to pop it up with pop dots on the page. For those of you who aren't familiar with our my little scrapbook store groups. We also have an online crops group, and we do several online crops throughout the year. And that I'll post a link to that group in the description box below. So after this video gets posted to YouTube, you can check out that group because we have a crop coming up next weekend. Hey, Janice. So I will just quickly repeat what I'm working on here. So I am working on the June Mood Board Challenge. And of course, because I closed my phone, the photo closed too. So I'm working on the June Mood Board Challenge, and I'm gaining inspiration from this part of the mood board using the star bunting. So I'm making star bunting to go across my scrapbook page. So, okay, that's the last one I did. So I'm just using the Later Gator collection to punch out a bunch of stars, and then I will add these to a string and then pop them up on pop dots to give them a little bit more dimension. So what I was saying was that we have a crop that's going to be starting a week from today. Next Friday, I think that is the 18th of July. And the theme for the crop is true crime. So if that is your jam, please come and join us. We're going to have, I believe, 24 challenges. Plus, of course, they'll have the I Did It All challenge. And there will be lots of lives from our design team. And the fun thing is that when we do the lives for the design team, we'll do design team lives where several members, and then we're also going to have like duos where 2 members of the design team will be on together taking on the challenges. So if you haven't joined the crops group, like I said, check it out once this video gets posted to YouTube, and I'll have the link in the description box. So I'm just going to cut a piece of twine or hemp, whatever this is called. I always call it twine, but I guess technically it's hemp. All right, and then I have my Scotch tape, and I'm just going to tape these on. I'm not going to use my scrapbooking adhesive. Scotch tape works just as well for this, but I need a small piece, not a gigantic piece like I just cut off. All right. I need to trim that. Let me just get my scissors and trim this down, because I don't want the tape showing on the other side. That is one thing I do not want. All right. Try and trim off a smaller piece of tape. For me, the most difficult part of making the bunting is getting the sizing, the spacing, not the sizing, the spacing right. So I'm trying to eyeball it a little bit here. Just make sure I get them all kind of equally spaced across. And 2 more on this first piece of bunting. That one doesn't look like I put it on correctly. I'm going to go back and fix that. All right. And this is the last piece of bunting. Okay. All right, so there we go. There's the first piece of bunting going across like that. Okay. Now we cut off another piece of the hemp. Open Zoom room this month. If it is not on the calendar, then I would say there probably isn't one, but I do think there will be open Zoom rooms during the crop. So that might count for the Zoom room for this month. So I'm not sure when the crop schedule is going to be released. If it might be released next Friday when the crop kicks off, unless Jessica posts it a little bit earlier. But I'm not sure if she's going to post it earlier or if she's just going to post it, super early that Friday morning. But I do know that there is going to be an open crop room during an open Zoom room during the crop. All right. Let's add this one. So the crop will kick off on Friday, and usually Michelle will come on and will, she usually goes over all of the challenges, all of the quote unquote rules of the crop, when the challenges are due, what can you submit for a challenge, things of that sort. And she'll do that, I think, probably around like 9 a.m. She's usually the first one up for the crop. So all that information will be ready on Friday morning. And we always have a questions post going on in the group. So if anyone has questions, you can always ask away in there. And one of the design team members, or Michelle or Carrie, will get back to you. But it should be fun. I don't know if anybody here is a true crime fan. I really am not. I am not into, I don't know. I have zero problems reading like a horror book. I have zero problems reading like a grim dark fantasy, but for some reason when it's like something that somebody in real life did, I get bothered by it. So I'm always like, I don't know. But I'm gonna put my own spin on stuff since I don't have a lot of knowledge about true crime things. All right, so my second bunting is done. One left to go. That time I went very skinny with this, with the tape, hopefully. I got a good enough amount on here to hold this star on. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. All right, 3 left, and then we have this part done. And after all of this, will I be covering this up with my photo? Yes, I will be, but that's okay. I know that all the stars are here and that there's stars. There will be stars underneath the photo. So, all right, next to last star going on. And last one. Yes, it would look cute on a 4th of July page. You're absolutely right. And it, the mood board is very patriotic and 4th of July themed, but I just didn't feel like doing the 4th of July today, so I took it in a different direction. Excuse me. And we're going little boy themed with it today. All right, I'm gonna take a quick sip. Oh my gosh, it's already 12:35. That took longer than I thought it was going to. All right, let's put some pop dots on these. Start hanging, quote unquote, hanging the bunting. See, once I put these pop dots on, the bunting won't move around so much, and I can straighten out the hemp cord, and I can kind of shape the curve that I want with the stars. Oh, because you could the true crime can become depressing. Yeah, I get, if I honestly, if I want to be depressed, I just watch the news. And that's enough for me. I don't need to do myself in more with that kind of stuff. Uh, but I'm not even a big fan of like mystery novels. So I don't know. It's just not my thing, but I've already seen the challenges and they're going to be some fun ones. So there's definitely going to be something for everyone on the list of challenges. Okay. Ooh, I'm loving how this is coming out. This is a lot of work, but I think it's worth it for a fun layout. Okay. There's that. And one last bunting. Oh, the bunting that takes 45 minutes to create. I'm going to have to speed up the rest of this layout. And that's okay. If I don't finish, then I will just take photos of the finished layout and post it in the group, as I usually do. So all right, one last star to put down. Then we're going to tape the hemp to the back of the layout. Okay, so now I'm going to flip my paper over and I'm going to take Scotch tape again and I'm going to tape down the hemp onto the back of my layout to secure it. Okay, and I'm going to trim off the excess. Just flip it around, do the other three. Go. All right. There we go. And then at the very end, once everything's on here and finished, I will go back and trim off the edges of the stars that are coming off of the 12 by 12. But let me grab my photo. Where did my photo go? All right, let's see. Where did it go? Did I put it over here? Oh, here it is. Okay, here's the photo. So there's the photo. I'm trying to see where I want to put it on the paper. Unless I want it kind of tucked in behind some of the bunting, which might be cute. Oh, I think that's cute. Or maybe, yeah, let's have it tucked in behind some of the bunting. But let's mat it up first because this photo was printed with a white frame. So I don't really have a lot of contrast going on between the photo and the background. So let's mat this baby up. Let me find my cardstock that I punched my stars out of. I'm going to use this one. Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun, Janice, to have your friends come over. It'll be like a little mini crop for you. Okay, so I'm going to trim this out. I'm running out of space on my table. So I'm just going to go off screen to trim this out of the cardstock. All right, and I always like a double mat, so let me choose a second color, or maybe I'll choose a pattern. Fun. Let's use this gator pattern to do the double mat. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's mat this up on here. Trim it out. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the bottom flat here under the stars. And I'm going to put pop dots on the back of this so that that part sticks up. But I'm going to use, I just happen to have some strips of dimensional foam. So I'm just going to there. That way it gives it's a little bit on the same level as the stars here, and then here it's flat and it under the stars. So that's how I'm going to do that. And I also need to get an alpha for my title, but I can do that in a little bit. Let's see. I like this one. Look, it says feed me. Do that. And let me grab, I think I'm going to grab a Doodlebug Puffy Alpha. And I might do it in this lime color. I know that I have some Doodlebug in the lime color. What do I have? I have, it's not the puffy, it is the sunshine. But see, that goes so nicely with that lime green cardstock from Photoplay. All right, so let me do my title. Her. I think I'm gonna make these be shifted up and down. Just for some fun. A messy title with a messy face would be good, right? I think that's a good pairing. All right, so here we go. My title, Veggie Face. And we have my Feed Me sticker on there. Let's put on this one that also says Chomp Chomp down there. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this in frame. All right. Let's see what we can put on here. Oh, look at the mama's boy. I like that one. This is cute. It's an alligator who's on rollerblades and has a backpack, but he looks like he's chomping, like he's ready to eat. So let's get him on there. And let's look at this. Look at that when they see me rolling. Oh my God, I love that. That is hilarious. All right, let's put a tab on because you can never go wrong with adding a tab somewhere. Okay. Oh, now where'd my adhesive go? There it is. Got a foam piece there. Okay. Let's add this tab there. Okay, we got a cute little star. We can fit that on here somewhere. Some balloons. I'm going to put this in this little cluster here. See if we can fit the balloons in somewhere. Stick them in there. All right, what else can we do? Oh, I taped this bunting in the wrong spot, and this one too. I'm gonna have to fix that after. Let's fix it right now real quick. Okay, I like the way that goes better because I want the line to be going that way. Just like with this one, I want the line to be going here. All right, okay, now that's not bothering me. That's better now. All right, let's see, what else can we add in here? Chomp, chomp, feed me. Can add in an arrow. Add in another arrow. See if we can fit it in under the title here. Okay. Okay. What do you think about some splatter? I'm thinking I might need some splatter because I don't really want to take too much more away from the bunting. The bunting is really my main embellishment on here. So I think I'm going to grab some splatter, but let me just take a look at what colors I have that I could use on here. I think this is a good time that I can take out. I bought this years and years ago. It's a Nouveau Mica Mist, but look at that color. That's going to be a great color to splatter on here. Or I could do the Heidi Shine. I think I'm going to do the Heidi Shine. That looks a little bit more lime. This is a little bit more mint. So let me do some Heidi Shine. Let me grab my splatter box. Oh, you like the titles? I like coming up with titles. Titles are fun to come up with. All right, so I'm just going to put that there. Make sure that because this is old. Oh, this is old. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, this is nice and green. I just kind of want to do it along the line of stars. Although my splattering is not super precise, so it's just kind of going everywhere, but that's okay. I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to add in some gems for my sprinkly bits, and then I'm going to call it a day with this layout. And I probably should have put my gems on before the splatter, but you know what? We're live, and we are taking some risks today. So I have some Doodlebug Me Jewels. And this is the last of what I have. So let's see. Maybe I can use them all up. If I can get them off of the backing. Ooh, they are on there tight. Let me see. All right. The bigger ones, I like to, oh, I just smudged it up there. That's all right. I'm not going to let it get to me. You know why? Because I'm just going to add a gem up there and cover that up. Haha. I'm just going to randomly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. I got 5 here. Randomly add some little sprinkles around. And that is it. That's it. I'm calling it. I finished another package of embellishments. I'm just going to wait till the splatters dry, and then I'm going to trim off these stars on the edge. So I'll just bring this up. Do I have any matching enamel dots? Do you mean like did enamel dots come with this collection? I don't think that they had any. I don't think that photo play usually makes enamel dots to go with their collection, but I mean, let's face it, you know that I am the queen of sprinkly bits, and I probably have like, I probably could find a exact matching color on here. But I think I like these gems. They add a little bit of sparkle onto this. So I'm just going to let this dry. I'll trim it off and then I'll add my journaling in. Where am I going to put my journaling? I think I'm going to put a little bit of just a few lines of handwritten journaling right in this space right here. That makes it feel a little bit like an L-shaped design. And that is it for my layout today. So thank you for joining me. If you are catching this on the replay, give me a thumbs up and leave a little comment. Um, and yeah, enjoy your weekend. And don't forget to look when I post this video up for the links to the scrapbooking layouts and more group, as well as the crop group. July 18th is going to start the next crop. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.